Gamers, it has been a very long time since I've done something like so. Showing my hand. That's something I haven't done in a long time. For free. For free. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, Connie, but you clearly must have something important to show your hand for. That I do. I have here a box, and it is a box that has a very fascinating and very funny story to it. Months ago, Trails into Reverie released to critical acclaim. Everybody loved it, and it was great that the localization was finally out after 3 years. However, many people, including myself, had issues with the shipping. Eventually, they all came out. All funny people got their super cool, super fun limited edition pre-orders. I, however, did not get my limited edition pre-order, and this is of no fault to NISA or whatever happened to my package. It straight up just never existed, apparently, and to their eyes and to their system. So I never got a package. I was very bummed. It took me months and months of constant contact and emails with NISA for them to just tell me a couple weeks ago, hey, Tommy, we have no idea where your fucking package is, and we can't send you out a new one because the stock was so limited that we just don't have anymore. Fair. It is a limited edition thing. I was not expecting to be able to get a limited edition. It just sucks that I spent all that money to just get nothing. I have a box here that my dear old buddy, this is really loud, by the way, I'm sorry, that my dear buddy Editor Toon got for me because he's such a great friend. Because he is such a great friend, and because we just appreciate each other's company so much. He's one of my closest friends. He's my mate, really. One of my best mates. He's a great guy. And my man, after I told him, yo, dude, I just don't have the package, and I'm like really sad. So I looked around on eBay to see if I can find one, and was just like, oh, I'll look for more later. And in a kind gesture of everything, he got me the limited edition, and I will show it to you as soon as I open it off of all this bubble wrap. Oh my god, it's so much. Wow, to just hold it in my hands. It's been a long time coming. Trails into Reverie, the limited edition, right? I mean, it is pretty much in pristine condition. Not only that, he went the extra mile, and he got me this dumbass motherfucker. Not only that, he went the extra mile, and got me this dumbass motherfucker too. Sorry if this camera is horrible. I'm literally using a tripod. He got me these two dumbass motherfuckers. And not only that, I mean, it just keeps going. Because this is the main reason why I wanted this. If you played Reverie, you know. He also got this dumb motherfucker. I love these three so much. This guy's little fucking face is all flat. Look at that. This makes me unbelievably happy. These are the three protagonists of the game. This game is split up into 3 routes for each protagonist. You play them all simultaneously, switching between each one during certain segments. And I have all three. All 3 of these motherfuckers. This motherfucker here, specifically, one of the greatest characters in the series and just in general. These 2 motherfuckers equally just precious little boys, and I love them so much. But I got all these 3 goddamn idiots, and boy oh howdy, are they gonna go on my shelf that I have no space for. Next up, the actual box. I mean, this thing is like filled to the brim with goodies. Like just so many goodies in here. Let's start with the obvious. The game. Trails into Reverie, Deluxe Edition. PS5, by the way. Fantastic. I don't have a PS5, but it's not like it matters, because not only am I not going to really play this... Oh, it's already open, but it doesn't matter. But not only am I not going to play this, because I have it on PC, and I've already beaten it, it's just plastic, and I love it, and I want to collect it. Next up, the beautiful Steelbook. Now, I show this side, because the other side has something just... I mean, it's perfect. You got the SSS, their arc. You got Reen and his arc. You got these two. Look at this one, though. That one right there. That one right there. Love her to death. Just this mysterious and badass image. This is one of my favorite arts in all of Trails. It is just so good. It perfectly captures just how insane Reverie is as a game and as a point in the Trails world. Fantastic game. By the way, pink matte. Do you guys like that? I bought this for when I built my Valimar Gundam, which its left leg broke, so I mean, hey, the war was rough on him. But this is beautiful. I love this. I love her. My daughter. Just everybody here is so fantastic. Please, if you haven't played the series, please, if you have a PC or anything, Trails in the Sky is right there. Always start with that. If not, Cold Steel 1 and 2 on PlayStation 4. Or if you don't have access to any of that, Trails from Zero and Azure, perfect starting point as well. I would always recommend starting completely from Sky and just going in completely blind, but hey, if there's accessibility options that you do not have for a PC or a phone or anything like that, Trails from Zero on Switch, Cold Steel 1 and 2 on PS4. Actually, hell no, just start with Zero at that point. Fantastic games, but please, if you can, Sky. Simple PC, simple $300 laptop will run it perfectly fine, so do that if you can. Moving along from these now, we're going to go ahead and just, hopefully the box doesn't fall over. Bring out the Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie, Songs of Reverie, which is the official OST. Now, it doesn't have every single song in it, but... Let me turn off this flash real quick. Yeah, it's dark. It doesn't have every single song, but it has a nice little sample list of 10 great, amazing songs. Entrusting kindness to the future, no end, no world, that's the opening theme. A Piece of Lights, The Garden of the Beginning, Crime and Punishment and Deceit, Lapis, The Road to All-Out War, Reverse Babel, one of my favorite songs in the OST, The Box Fell, Destination of Fate, and Aim a Gun at the Bullet. Fun titles. Most importantly, the cover art, which just has all the protagonists across the entire series. Fucking Wazzy for some reason. A little bit of everything for everyone, you know? There's a fucking mess down here now, and it's like really aggravating. Next up, something I really enjoy, one of my favorite parts of Trails, the 3 and 9 book. It is pretty much the prelude and backstory to who Nadia and Swin are that you'll meet in Reverie. It is pretty much an illustrated graphic novel with bits and pieces of Nadia art, Swin art, just a lot of great stuff. A fantastic read. If you love Nadia and Swin and Reverie and for some reason didn't read this beforehand. You'll love them even more. There's a scene at the end of this book where they're in a carriage. Very nice. Kind of shows you how they end up in Crossbell and end up with the whole situation that they're dealing with. Really cool stuff. Nice way to tie in the whole series together. Next up, we have... got 2 more things in here, actually. I think we'll just go with this first, because this is really nice. This is the metal plate that you can stand up. It is 3D. Like, Lapis is a bit elevated compared to everybody else. These guys are the main center point of this. I think that makes sense. So they're a bit elevated, so it looks like they're 3D, while these two are in the background. I think that's fantastic. That's like a fantastic way to really highlight who mainly is important to this story. But I feel like these guys here are the main focal point, while these two right here are closing out their arcs. They're opening their own, and of course concluding their development as well. Just a fantastic way to really showcase this, and I really adore it a lot. Of course, it's got its little things. That's to stand it up. I'll be doing that later on my own time. Last but not least, The Legends of Zemuria. It is a book. It's an art book. It's got the 5 main characters, essentially. The 3 main protagonists. These 2 are pseudo-protagonists at that point. They're that important, and I love them. This pretty much just has characters, summaries of what's going to happen, and some illustrations. It also has just all of the official art. Just all of it. I mean, it's incredible. Gives you summaries of, let's see, oh, I don't know who Lloyd Bannings is. Here's a quick little summary of who he is. You know, you don't know Ellie? There it is. Tio. My wife here. I think I skipped Randy. There's Randy. You know, here's Reen Schwarzer himself. Not as good as the Cold Steel 3 render, but it's something. Una Crawford. Kurt Vander. And I mean, it just explains and explains. You can flip through this. You'll understand who he is. You'll understand Swin. Here's Nadia. Just fresh as bean. I love her. Lapis Rosenberg. Oh, the Emperor. I wonder who that is, right? For some reason, Elisa is just in the middle of nowhere, just here. Like, alright. You get all their art. This is pretty much, if I recall, just the art they use for their S-Crafts, I believe. I think they have another image for it, but pretty much that, yeah. This is like their... You'll see this art right here in the menu. But it pretty much gives you the info you need, as every character is in this game. Illustrations. They have all the hotshot images here, and I really like hotshot images. These are really good. Like, I just really love these. These are incredible. These are some of my favorite pieces of Trails art, just because it just shows them all in casual outfits and just having a great time. Like, they're modeling for like the series, which makes sense because there are models, model companies, and news reports, and all that good stuff, right? There's all of that. So I think it's really cool that they do all this. It is definitely one of my favorite parts of the Trail series because it just kind of shows that it is a world that these characters live in, and that world doesn't end with the game ending. Like, you know, here's Reen just out and about in his casual outfit, you know. It is an awesome thing. Like, here's just them hanging out. It's just a cool thing to see because it just brings so much life and joy to the world. But that was this little unboxing here. Once again, big thanks to Editor Kun. This is, I guess, a Christmas gift for me. And I'll be giving you something as well. Get ready. But this was really nice to know that he got me after the pain that I dealt with trying to get this. This game means a lot to me, as you know by now. Trails means a lot to me, and anytime I get any piece of merch for it, the upcoming Estelle figure, the Valimar Gunda, the Valimar Gunpla. I bought the Trails in the Sky vinyls. I have Trails from Zero, Trails to Azure. I have those limited editions. I have the Japanese Hajimari limited edition, which is just this game, Japanese. I have it literally I have it in my collection. I own every physical game. This series means a lot to me. And it brings me joy that a dumbass little plushie like this, a dumbass little plushie like these two right here, like these three, it just brings me so much joy that these little guys, and just a multitude of other Trails characters, should just bring me that much joy. It's a series I'll never forget, and we will be continuing it on. Hopefully, when Widow 3 gets announced pretty soon. Or whenever something gets announced. Anyways, this should be out by the time the next Trails game or the next Falcom games are out, so... yeah! Hopefully I get my East 10 limited edition. I don't know where the fuck that is either.